son, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. I just broke into his place. It's chin in space, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Brown. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 19 carries, 54 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Back to throw. Rich. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Mayfield. That's caught by Howard. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mayfield now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Barkley. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Gano's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down. Rich. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. An inside give, Brown. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Rich. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, Rich. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Rich. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need 1 more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Brown is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 44, Mayfield. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. A nice pickup of 17 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Giants. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut the lead back down to 2.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running right, here's Brown. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw. Rich. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Baker Mayfield going to lead his offense back out there. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. On the draw, this is Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. The New York set to take the field. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Rich. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rich. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that doesn't say, I just want my guys to play fast. How about that one there? He almost ended up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off and knocking it free.
That's what I was going to say. You blinked. You missed that one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Forced out. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, this defense has to feel good because they've now brought down one of the faster quarterbacks in the game multiple times. That defensive unit, they're letting us all know they get paid too. They're no slouches themselves.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, Rich. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. New York set to take the field. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down. Rich eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. How about that? Their quarterback. 40 yards. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Marcus Mariota has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that flag accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And now third down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Mayfield now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Daron Payne drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rich. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Able to avoid him at the 40. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Right back to Brown. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a first down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dyami Brown, 53 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Dyami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, he'll get this one to Galladay. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second and 2. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Rich got a man. It's Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. An inside give, Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Operating from the gun, Rich. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Rich flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle.